Here we go. K-pop whisper. K-pop whisper.
Welcome to K-pop Whisper Analysis. One story, one deep dive. Every week, today we look at the HYBE chairman Bang Si-hyuk arrest warrant case. On April 21st, 2026, South Korean police sought an arrest warrant for the man behind BTS HYBE chairman Bang Si-hyuk. 3 days later, prosecutors rejected the warrant. So why did police and prosecutors reach different conclusions on the same case? Let's start with the timeline. On the morning of April 21st, 2026, the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency's Financial Crimes Unit applied for an arrest warrant against Bang Si-hyuk on alleged violations of South Korea's KPOP. His HYBE stock dropped 2.9% today, while the broader KPOP index was up 1.8%. This case did not appear out of nowhere. The Financial Supervisory Service began investigating in December 2024 after reprised. In August, Bang was placed under a travel ban. By November, he had been summoned for questioning 5 times. After roughly 18 months of investigation, the case reached the warrant stage on April 21st. Then, on April 24, the Seoul Southern District Prosecutor's Office rejected the warrant. The official statement reads, quote, "At this stage, the justification for detention has not been sufficiently substantiated. They requested a supplementary indicia." So what exactly are police investigating? According to coverage from Korea Herald, Kate, Global, and PBS NewsHour, here is the alleged structure. Keep in mind, this is the police's investigative theory. No verdict has been reached, and Bang denies wrongdoing. Between 2018 and 2019, Bang is alleged to have signed undisclosed shareholder agreement with 3 private equity funds. He would receive 30% of post-IPO sale profits, or if HYBE failed to list, the funds could put back their stake to him. The flashpoint, according to police, is 2019. Investigators allege that Bang told existing shareholders Free had no plans to go public, prompting those shareholders to sell their stakes to special purpose vehicles controlled by the private equity funds. 1 year later, on October 15, 2020, Big Hit and Takeover Big Over Team 20. The opening price was double that, 270,000 won. Within 4 trading days, the private equity funds sold off 4.99% of their stake, recovering roughly 425 billion won. According to the police's theory, Bang's side then received a propcent. Bang himself disputes this. He has stated the IPO was conducted in full compliance with law, and the investors made voluntary decisions. His legal team echoed the position, calling it regrettable that a warrant was sought despite his long-standing cooperation. The Tsumao, South Korea's K-pop Big 4, SM, YG, JYP, and HYBE each have their own governance history, and that history places this case in context. In 2000, it was the first K-pop IPO ever for years. Founder Lee Soo-man drew criticism for routing royalties to his personal company, like planning an alleged conflict of interest. Then in 2023, during the Kakao vs. HYBE acquisition battle for SM, Kakao founder Kim Byung-soo was indicted for alleged stock price manipulation. He was acquitted at the first trial in YG Entertainment listed on KOSDEC in 2011. In 2019, founder and chief producer Yang Hae-yeon-suk resigned amid drug-related allegations. And YG was stripped of its blue-chip status by the Korea Exchange. Founder Park Jin-young focused only on content and producing, separating the CEO and CFO roles. That structure is widely cited as the gold standard. It should be listed directly on the cost by in 2020. 20 opening price was double the IPO price. It was the most watched entertainment IPO in Korean capital market history. And now alleged conduct from that very IPO is at the center of a criminal proceeding. So what should we watch from here? 3 points. Whether police refile the warrant, the impact on HYBE, the company, and Korean capital market governance. First, the warrant. Refiling the prosecutor's rejection is not an exoneration. If police gather more evidence through supplementary investigation, they can refile. Or prosecutors can take direct charge by indicting without detention. Either path means the case is not over. It is moving to the next stage. After the 2.9% stock drop on April 21st, watch the recovery pattern, and if responsibility expands to the company level, watch for changes in the board and outside directors. Third, Korean capital market cooperate. How aggressively Korean prosecutors apply this law, and how K-pop industry IPO governance practices evolve in response are the bigger questions. We started with one question: why did police and prosecutors reach different conclusions? The answer: two institutions reading the same evidence differently. The case is not over. When a verdict comes, we will analyze again.
Crew chosen. Crew chosen. Yeah, crew chosen.